Hello, 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 friends. How's everybody doing? I pray you're doing well and clinging to Jesus. Today, to start off our week together, I just have a quick story and a quick little share of the heart to encourage you, motivate you, inspire you, bless you. That's what I want to do on this channel. We know that Jesus is coming soon. We don't know when, but we know that the Holy Spirit did not wake us up for no reason. And we know that Jesus gave us things to look for, and the whole Bible and the Holy Spirit gives us things to look for when he's coming to get us and for when the trumpet's going to sound. And we know it's soon. And God is not the author of confusion. He is the complete opposite of that. He's the author of clarity and peace. And we know that we were chosen for a time such as this, and we are awake while everyone else is asleep for a reason. So while we wait and watch together and look at the signs around us and watch the Bible and the words of Jesus and the prophets unfold, I want to encourage you and bless you. I want to grow closer to you and grow closer to the Lord together, side by side. Okay, so I'm going to start out with a little story that I heard recently and then just apply it to really what we're reading in Job, but just in general in our faith walk. Okay, so the story goes like this. There were 3 frogs, and they had been sucked down into a hole. And at the top of the hole, there were 3 snakes, 3 serpents, telling them, "You're never going to get up." And the frogs are jumping, they're trying, they're getting tired. They jump a little bit, they get a little bit out of the hole, and they just fall right back down. And the snakes are up there saying, "You're not worth it. You're never going to do it. You're not strong enough. You don't have the skills. You don't deserve to be up here out of this hole. You're never going to do it." Well, the one frog just succumbed to the smack talk, to the lies, and to the discouragement, and he just gave up. So the other 2 frogs, they're jumping, they're trying their hardest to get out of this hole. They have a goal, they want to get out. They know where they need to be at the surface, and the serpents are, "You're never going to do it. You're too far gone. You don't have the skills. You can't be used. You're worth nothing. You've messed up too much. Nobody wants you. You're irredeemable. You can't do it. You can't do it." Second frog gets so defeated and so discouraged that he gives up, falls back down to the bottom of the hole. The third frog is jumping, and those same lies, those same words are coming at him that have defeated the other 2 frogs. And all of a sudden, with just a burst of strength out of nowhere, that third frog leaps and makes it out of the hole. And the serpents are sitting around and wondering how he did it. But the third frog was deaf. The third frog couldn't hear the words being spoken against him. He couldn't hear the discouragement, and he made it. And when I heard that story, I was like, wow, like that is so cool. That is how we have to be to the voice of the enemy. That is how we have to be, just like Job was, to the input of people who the enemy is speaking through, even if he's not meaning to. Some people mean well, but their advice and their approach and their words are just not encouraging. And we can't hear that. We cannot hear the voice of the enemy. We have talked about this before. We have to know the voice of the Lord and his word and his promises and just the Holy Spirit speaking to us. That is the only thing that we can listen to. We have to be like that third frog and be completely deaf as we go through this life and this walk with Jesus and run this race, completely deaf to the voice of the enemy and to the voice of those who hate us and to the voice of our persecutors. We got to be like that third frog and be deaf. Just like Job and his affliction, he was more worried about his relationship with God, as we're going to look at together on Wednesday, than anything that was being said to him. And I just wanted to encourage you with that. And we were praying yesterday in our God a Minute Discord server. Please click the link below and join. And the Lord had led me to the topic for our prayer yesterday of listening. And what do we listen to? How do we listen to it? And what should we listen to? And what shouldn't we listen to? And how can we listen to others and to the Lord? And again, we don't listen to the voice of the enemy. We don't listen to condemnation. We don't listen to us being able to fall in and out of good standing with God. We don't listen to being able to earn, keep, preserve our salvation. That was a free gift from Jesus on the cross. What we listen to is him. And in order to listen to him, we have to be in fellowship with him and with each other, and silence ourselves and our own thoughts and our own feelings and hear what he really has to say to us. Because when we do that, our trust in him grows. Our faith in him grows. The fears dissipate. The doubt goes away. The worry melts away because we hear his comforting words. And we do that so much that when a lie comes in, the voice of the enemy, the voice of the serpents at the top of that hole, we're like the deaf frog. We just keep running the race day after day, walking with him, abiding in him, bearing one another's burdens, lifting one another up, encouraging one another. So be like the deaf frog and just completely block out those words that are intended to keep you down in the hole, intended to keep you discouraged. Really, you could take it as far as to say those 3 serpents at the top of the hole were 3 things that we know that the devil wants to do, which is steal, kill, and destroy, right? Not today. We can't hear that. We are armored up and we know what God says about us. So slow down, really slow down. I cannot tell you how much peace, even in the last week, as he's called me to listen, quick to listen, slow to speak and slow to become angry to him and to others, and to listen in love. And to listen with the intent to understand, listen with the intent to grow, listen with the intent to find peace and joy and comfort in him and only in him. And then take that and bless other people. So be like the deaf frog. Can't hear what the enemy's saying because we're too filled up with what God has to say about us, because he's the only voice that we can hear, right? All right, well, I hope that blessed you. We'll continue to study Job this week and apply this story to our lives. So love you lots. Go Jesus, go. Mwah. Bye-bye.